Welcome to Lesson 5, Big Ideas, the final lesson in the Story Elements Alive unit. In this lesson, we will focus on formative assessment design using Articulate 360. We'll begin with a quick look at the lesson's objectives and how this technology-enhanced assessment fits into the unit. Then, I'll guide you through the Articulate Rise interface, showing different question types, feedback options, and accessibility features that support all learners. You'll also see how students engage with real-time feedback and use the comment feature to reflect on their learning, sharing what they noticed, disagreed with, or wanted more explanation for. Finally, I'll show how I use the assessment data to make instructional adjustments, reteach key concepts, and support deeper understanding of theme. By the end of this overview, you'll see how formative assessment, feedback, and reflection combine to create a rich, learner-centered experience in Lesson 5, Big Ideas. Lesson 5 engages students in exploring the universal themes of the giver through an interactive Articulate 360 assessment that provides immediate feedback. By collaborating to analyze textual evidence and reflecting on their results, students deepen their understanding of how freedom, emotion, and memory shape meaning while building critical thinking, digital literacy, and reflective learning skills. This lesson guides students through the process of discovering and interpreting universal themes in The Giver. The lesson begins with a guiding question. What universal message does the giver leave us with? Which helps students think deeply about the story's big ideas. During modeling, the teacher demonstrates how to identify themes using short story examples, showing how authors communicate lessons about life and humanity. In group work, students collaborate in a shared Google Doc to collect textual evidence, discussing how freedom, emotion, and memory connect to the novel's meaning. Each group develops one theme statement that captures the author's message. For the independent assessment, students complete an interactive Articulate 360 Rise assessment that includes multiple choice, drag and drop, scenario, and short answer questions. The platform provides real-time feedback, allowing students to immediately see where their understanding is strong or needs improvement. Students then add comments directly in the assessment to reflect on their learning and respond to feedback. Finally, built-in differentiation features such as audio narration and read-aloud controls support accessibility for all learners. Together, these steps combine literary analysis, collaboration, and technology-enhanced feedback to help students think critically about the themes that make The Giver such a powerful story. This lesson aligns with both ELA and IST standards and directly supports course outcomes 6 and 7 by integrating technology-driven assessment and reflection. Through ELA Standards RL 7.2 and RL 8.2, students analyze how the theme of the giver develops across the text, focusing on how freedom, memory, and emotion shape meaning. This lesson also meets ISTE Standards 6A through 7C, as students use Articulate 360 to engage with an interactive formative assessment that delivers immediate, actionable feedback, addressing Course Outcome 6. As students complete the assessment, they reflect on the feedback and post comments about what they noticed or questioned. This process allows the teacher to analyze assessment data and adjust instruction in real time, supporting Course Outcome 7. Finally, by reviewing analytics and student reflections, I evaluate how effectively the digital assessment supports learning and engagement, fulfilling both ISTE Standard 7B and Course Outcome 7. Together, these outcomes ensure that Lesson 5 not only strengthens students' literary analysis, but also builds their digital literacy, self-reflection, and data-informed learning skills. Here's what the assessment looks like inside Articulate 360. The built-in audio narration and read-aloud options support accessibility for all learners, allowing them to pause or replay instructions as needed. The assessment includes several interactive question types, which include multiple choice, drag and drop, scenario-based, and short answer. Each item provides immediate, actionable feedback, helping students understand not only whether their answer was correct, but why. This aligns with ISTE Standards 6B, 7A, and 7B, and Course Outcomes 6 and 7, as the assessment both delivers timely feedback to students and allows me to analyze data to inform and evaluate instruction. After completing the assessment, students use the comment feature to reflect on their learning. They post what they noticed, what they disagreed with, or where they'd like more explanation. This metacognitive step encourages students to think critically about the feedback they received and supports dialogue between teacher and learner. The Articulate 360 dashboard allows me to see class-wide and individual results in real time. I can quickly identify patterns, for example. If several students struggle to connect textual evidence to theme, I can reteach that concept using short excerpts or guided modeling. This data also informs me of which students might need extension or additional support before the final digital project. Though this data is dependent on whether students are allowed to try again for incorrect responses, which I have allowed for here, the comment option lets me know what students were thinking. I can then address their thought process with the appropriate feedback, or possibly amend the accuracy of what might have been an acceptable response. Lesson 5 connects literary analysis with interactive digital assessment using Articulate 360 RISE. Students receive immediate feedback that helps them reflect and refine their understanding of theme. Teachers gain real-time data insights to identify misconceptions and adjust instruction. The lesson also encourages critical thinking and metacognitive reflection, while built-in audio and visual tools support accessibility and engagement for every learner. Overall, Lesson 5 transforms theme analysis into an interactive and data-driven learning experience. The integration of Articulate 360 empowers students to take ownership of their learning and provides teachers with meaningful, responsive assessment data. Together, these tools make literary study more engaging, reflective, and impactful for all students. Thank you for watching.